Picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jones looking to throw right away. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. He'll buy some time right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown Patriots. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So a PI call going to cost them there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
First down. Here's Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
4th down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a dump off here complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Jones on first down, flushed out right, completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here's Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. That's to the running back, Ramondre Stevenson. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking to throw. Jones. Got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays. Touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Pats take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 21-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
It's complete left side to Aguilar. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Jones now throwing on first down, setting up a screen for Stevenson. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
That's caught by Myers. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's got it complete to Aguilar. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Folks' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 20. Two. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Zappi. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And he's got room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Zappi looking to throw it on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 16, Zappi eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Zappi on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second and long. Cousins out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Zappi from the gun. Open man right side, Myers. That'll give him 8 that time. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Zappi's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On first down, here's Zappi. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He finds Aguilar over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Zappi. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another throw coming for Zappi. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. A tough spot here after that sack. Zappi and the Pats now face a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.